Hello and welcome to The Long View with me, Jon Jordan. Today we're looking at the uses of narrative in the game The Walking Dead March to War. So there's two different sorts of narrative we're looking at. The first one we're showing now is just this kind of character dialogue. It just kind of pops up occasionally as you're playing the game. It doesn't do anything in the game, but what's it doing is it's showing you the kind of deepening the characters you're playing with and making you feel like you're in a real world that's expanding. So this character here, Amira, she's the first character that's introduced into the game who's not existing outside of the game. So it's useful to get an idea about what's happening to her. Obviously we have some other characters that we know from The Walking Dead as well. Now the other narrative, which is perhaps a bit more interesting, are these dilemma questions. So they're very simple, kind of moral questions. What's interesting is, though, they're not very strong morals, really. It's not like saying let someone go or kill them. It's very like this one's very kind of lightweight. Yeah, two people are fighting over a wedding ring. Do you return it to one or give it to neither? Interestingly, you get a reward, but you don't know what the reward is. So it's not like you can choose an option to get a particular reward. It's just rewarding you for doing it. And actually players have really liked this, even though it doesn't really play into the metagame. It doesn't really help you in any way, at least that you can drive a choice. But it just makes you feel like, oh, I'm in a real world. It's not just me collecting these resources and killing these walkers. It's about these characters. And the more you do it, I've grouped a whole bunch together here. You don't really get them at this level of density, but I've just kind of captured a few, put them together so you can kind of see the different kind of dilemmas you have. And the whole point is, particularly with these free-to-play mobile games, is they can get very abstract, where you're just collecting resources. And just dropping these things in, even though they don't really play into the metagame in any strong way, they just give you a feel like you're in a real world. I mean, they do. Playing them does give you these covers, so I need covers to unlock more of these characters. But in a sense, these narratives subtly make you go, oh, I know more about these characters. That Jesus guy, he seems really interesting. Let's go and do the missions to collect those covers that I need. So it's very subtle, and it's a very clever thing that the developer, who is a Boston-based company, Disruptor Beam, it's a clever thing they've done, and I think they've been particularly surprised, really, that they dropped in dilemmas into the soft launch, and players really enjoyed them, so they're going to do more with it. But even though at the moment it's very lightweight, it just feels like I'm in a real world. There are these characters, and although the narrative is very lightweight, it's not really a heavy-duty story arc you're following. It's just enough to keep you interested and keep you playing, and that's very important for free-to-play games which rely on retention. And certainly Disruptor Beam want you to be playing The Walking Dead March to War for months and even years. So just a short video. I just thought this was an interesting thing that I noticed as I was playing the game. Well worth downloading the game if you haven't played it yet. Even if you're not a Walking Dead fan, I'm not particularly a Walking Dead fan, but I quite enjoyed this game. Thanks for watching the video. This is The Long View, where we play free-to-play mobile games and do videos about things we find that are interesting in them. So if you're interested in free-to-play mobile games, don't forget to subscribe, and we hope to see you again soon.